Welcome to A Thought from the Psalms, and today is Psalm 57, which goes like this, and I'm going to read bits and then offer thoughts as we go. It's a psalm written by David when he's on the run from Saul. You might remember when he was a young boy, before he fought Goliath, Samuel the prophet came and anointed David and said, "You're going to be king." Well, he didn't become king for years. I think it's 12 or 14 years that he went into Saul's service, and then he became an enemy of Saul because Saul got jealous and was trying to kill him. And David was on the run and in hiding for years. And this psalm was actually written in a cave and describes what David was feeling. It says, have mercy on me, my God, have mercy on me, for in you I take refuge. I will take refuge in the shadow of your wings until the disaster has passed. Of course, David has his disaster against Saul and those troubles. But we have our own disaster and crisis we're living in. And we can take a leaf out of David's book of taking refuge in the shadow of God's wings. It goes on saying, I cry out to God Most High, to God who vindicates me. He sends from heaven and saves me, rebuking those who hotly pursue me. God sends forth his love and his faithfulness. Now, of course, God in his own time delivered David from the hand of Saul. Saul died in battle, and David became king and a wonderful ruler of God's people. But the ultimate fulfillment of this word of God vindicating and sending from heaven and saving David, saving us, is of course the sending of Jesus in due course, whom David was often writing about without even knowing really he was writing about Jesus. He was writing about the coming of Jesus. He says, I'm in the midst of lions. I'm forced to dwell among man-eating beasts whose teeth are spears and arrows, whose tongues are sharp swords. So he's having quite a difficult day. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. They spread a net for my feet. I was bowed down in distress. They dug a pit in my path, but they have fallen into it themselves. Again and again you see the opposition, the enemies David faces. But here's a really interesting bit I just want to end on. It says, my heart, O God, is steadfast. My heart is steadfast. I will sing and make music. Awake, my soul. Awake, harp and lyre. I will awaken the dawn. You know, I just heard this thing. We've just been doing a conference this morning online. And someone said, we need to listen to ourselves less and speak to ourselves more. I mean, that's a principle of self-help, isn't it? Find it in any book, in our best-selling list of self-help books. But that is biblical, that we can preach to ourselves, that we must declare God's truth over ourselves. That David here says, awake my soul, despite what you face, despite the opposition, despite the battle you're going through. Stop blaming it on other people, on other things, on other situations. Yes, those things can be real, but you have a responsibility too, to speak to yourself, to speak to your own soul. So that's something I want to encourage us to step out in. Perhaps you've never done that. It's sort of like looking in the mirror and saying, you're a tiger, go get him. Well, David models that for us. So I encourage us to do that more and more, because on the back of that, David ends with praise. I will praise you, Lord, among the nations. I will sing of you among the peoples. For great is your love, reaching to the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the skies. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. So let's put that into practice today. God bless.